proper light. So at this time, I don't even know. I didn't even get a chance to like recreate this live. I'm just coming on here because it's at the top of my mind, people. So I don't even know what the caption reads, the title right now for YouTube. So if it says something crazy that was like 2 weeks ago, forgive me. I'm just gonna double check just for good measures because I know what I want to talk about today. And yeah, before we get into that, let's just make sure it doesn't sound something like crazy, like somebody's in studio. But how's everybody's day going today? Today is what? Wednesday, right? Yeah. Wednesday. Middle of the week here. West Coast Wednesdays. Welcome to the Blackout Podcast. It's ODM. Whew, just still trying to get my win back here. Your boy's always see, here you go. I gotta change that title. Let's change it to let's chop it up. How about that? Do save. All right. And then let's do monetization. There's some things we want to talk about today. Something related, something that I kind of experienced today while out the movies with my kids. So I think we should be good to go. So let me go over here to the chat, see if anybody's tapped in. If not, it's okay. I'm gonna wait. You guys might want to talk about this because I want to get this as your opinion as far as parents goes, and I know there's a lot of you out there, so this could kind of hit home. Maybe your personal thoughts, and we'll just chop it up. But it was really interesting today. By the way, today's Juneteenth, national holiday. Happy Juneteenth. I think this was made a holiday last year. So, just another reason for your kids to stay home from summer school. That's if they're in summer school. My kids are, or one of them, my kids are. The other one's in daycare. But yo, what's good, Anthony Estrada? Your daddy's favorite rapper, your mama's favorite DJ. How's tournaments going, man? Yo, it's an end, bro. That's it. Ya estuvo. My son had his final game on Saturday. Unfortunately, they only lasted 2 games, which is they were given. But the boy played his heart out, man. He played his heart out, and it's like the only thing we can tell our kids is do your best, do 1,000% while you're out there. You do your job. Make sure you hold out. You hold on to just be the best player you could be is what I'm saying. I'm trying lots for words here today. But let's see what's cracking, aka Conejo from Santana. What's up, man? Welcome. So, fellas in the room, Anthony, I know you got kids. Conejo, not sure if you do. Hey, this might hit home. I don't know, but I just kind of want to get your thoughts on this. I was going to wait for a couple more people to tap in, but I guess we can start the conversation right away because I don't want to go too long on this. Again, we haven't been on the podcast since what? Since Critical was on. Shout outs to producer Critical. I kept calling them Criminal because they sounded like, and it happens to be Critical's or Criminal's producer, right? So, yeah, we had him on Monday, so check that vlog out. That shit was pretty dope, or that podcast. Chilled out. We made a beat, but other than that, this last Monday, guys, I've just been fucking ill. You could probably tell in my nasal, just the sinuses are just, it's just no bueno. So with that being said, right now it's 3:40, so let's get into this. So Anthony and Conejo, those two that are in the room right now, maybe there's some other people watching. It says we got 13. Feel free to comment, on this, jump in the super chat, or you can comment down below to this on the playback. I wanted to play this video. I was scrolling today after taking my kids to the movies. By the way, for those that care, we took them to go see that Inside Out 2, which was dope. I got young ones, so they're into that kind of stuff, the cartoonish type stuff. And it was dope. After watching Inside Out 1 forever and a day, because all my kids grew up on, that's one of the movies that stays in our household. Everybody has their own There's your Frozens or your Marvel movies that just stay on repeat in your house when the kids are young. Inside Out 2 was one of them. There we go. Shout outs to Saludos. What's up? South Central LA representing Rick 21. What's going down, man? OC, Orange County, Santana representing. Yes, sir. I think I said what's up to you. That sucks. I hate when that little league, they only have one tournament. Yeah. But it was good experience, Anthony, for him. I says, you're a part of elite squad here. You know what I mean? As I said in the RBG vlog, I said, most kids don't get to make it to this. And if they do, they really don't know what to expect, especially if it's their first time. My son's 8. So going into All-Stars, they called it Future All-Stars. But I said, bro, you were handpicked for a reason. Your skill got you here, so don't look down on yourself. And it's like it's the first of many losses to come. I said, but celebrate the losses as you will, the wins, because the losses are what you're going to appreciate the wins, right? So again, going back to my story without going everywhere, I was on. We were at the movies. We were coming back. I jumped on Gil. Shout outs to Gil, American Cholo. He posted this video. I guess this happened. There's a let me clear this real quick. There's a bar in Los Angeles. And hang on, guys. I'm trying to what the fuck's going on here? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So there's a bar in Los Angeles called Angel City Beer in Los Angeles. It's a brewery is what it is. I don't know if you guys ever been out to this place, but American Cholo, he basically, hopefully, am I still good? Okay, hopefully I am. Anyways, he posted this video. There was a family that went into this bar, right? Family, kids were involved with this. And there was a transgender who went into the woman's restroom. Okay, well, the lady that's behind the camera that's recording is recording the worker because she's basically asked them that they have to leave because of the transgender, because making a big stink, whatever. There's always two sides to every story. But a transgender went into the restroom. This woman behind the camera was in the restroom. She goes on to say she felt uncomfortable about the situation. And let's just listen to it from here.
Amy, so what are you asking us to do because a grown man was washing his hands next to me? Which I have little kids, but we have no rights. Who has the rights?
I told you exactly where I stand, and I told you where our company stands.
So we have to leave.
Yes.
The trans doesn't have to leave. That was using the women's bathroom. The man doesn't have to leave who made me uncomfortable. What about women's rights? There's no women's rights, only trans rights, right?
I have nothing further to say at this point. I am asking
so why again. So I'm going like, where's the trans at this point? Is he like, is he at this table? I don't know. Obviously, they didn't kick him out, but they're kicking them out. Again, I don't know. It's because they're making up a stink out of it, or they're really complaining. Maybe they're just going over. Who knows what happened before she hit record on that? But let's continue.
I will reimburse
why won't they leave? Why don't make them leave instead of us?
I will.
Yeah, I don't get it too. So no women's rights, only trans rights.
I'm saying, why don't you make them leave instead of us?
At this point in the situation, there was...
So whose situation? Our situation or their situation?
We're a family here. We pay money. Hold on. Where are we at? Angel City
She felt uncomfortable too.
I felt very uncomfortable.
I feel if I walk into your restroom, you're used to the restroom, I walk in there, how do you want to feel?
We've discussed the same situation. Again, we're not going to come to terms.
So, Angel City Brewery is only about
trans rights. These different things.
Angel City Brewery protects trans and not women. Amy.
So clearly the woman behind the camera is upset, and so was her man, right? Can only imagine And I don't know if there's any ladies right now watching that are in the super chat, but I'm gonna let you guys comment on the video off top. Um, just your initial thoughts by watching it for the first time. I know sometimes we got to watch it 2 or 3 times to really get the gist of it, to hear what was said. American Chola writes, "This is what's wrong in California. And the crazy liberals, Angel City Beer, are doesn't respect the rights of families and children, but will kick a family out because a man wants to play pretend in a woman's restroom." Well, we clearly know how Gil feels about this, right? Now, I want to know your thoughts. Again, I bring this to the platform because it was a topic of discussion. It was literally the first story on my feed. And the reason why I'm talking about it is because I had a similar situation happen today, believe it or not, and which I'll get into in a little bit. But Anthony says, but why take the entire family and kids into a bar brewery? And that's interesting you said that, Anthony, because somebody actually did commented on Gil's post here the same question. Why take the family and kids into a bar brewery? Now, my response to that is that's besides the point, though. Right? Let's look at the point. Let's look at the question, the scenario here. This could have happened at a McDonald's. This could have happened at a Jack in the Box. This could have happened at your favorite Mexican restaurant. You know, I don't think the brewery has anything to do with that. But okay, I hear what you're saying. Like, why are you bringing kids to a brew? That's just another conversation, it sounds like. What's up, David from Corona representing? Yep, in the house. So anyway, going back to Gil's take, other comments right here. She's afraid of someone washing their hands. Bullshit. For everyone not going to the brewery, thank you. More room to enjoy my city. That's right. Not all California supports these peoples with mental health problems and don't know what they are. Yeah, okay. A couple others just said they lost my business. Here's that other guy, Jabs, not 83, says, why take your kids to a brewery? Downtown has got so many other places to explore. The museums are right up the street. Yeah, but again, I don't think that's the initial topic, though. The situation, the scenario is, and I don't know. Maybe I've never experienced that, so I don't know how I would feel. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like as if flip the script, fellas. We're in a men's bathroom, you know, where we're pissing, we're doing our thing, whatever, and then comes walking in a lesbian, you know, or a butch, you know, or someone that's dressed like a guy who's a butch. You know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not being politically correct, don't get offended. But looks like a dude, a lesbian. And you know when it's a female. You could tell. I don't know if I would get offended. You know what I'm saying? If she walked in. And maybe that's not the same thing. You guys might argue that. Again, this is not really a debate. This is just a discussion we're having on this. But to me, I might look at them kind of crazy. Or shit, I might even, I don't know. I think it all depends on the person. Like me, if I'm sitting there doing my thing, I gotta use the restroom. You know what I mean? If my kid's with me though, like in this scenario at Angel's Beer, all right, that might be a different scenario. Now your kid's gonna look at you and is gonna see, you know, somebody, you know, who looks like a guy, dressed like a guy, but still looks like a female. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. Children are oblivious. Children don't know. That's the thing. They don't know the difference, and they look to you as a parent to explain to them. You know what I mean? Maybe at a later time. Or do you just ignore it? I don't know, but clearly in this video, let's watch it again.
So what are you asking us to do because a grown man was washing his hands next to me, which I have little kids, But we have no rights. Who has the rights?
I told you exactly where I stand, and I told you where our company
So
stands.
we have to leave. The trans doesn't have to leave. That was using the women's bathroom. The man doesn't have to leave who made me uncomfortable. What about women's rights? There's no women's rights, only trans rights, right?
I have nothing further to say at this point. I am asking
So why are we-
again.
what-
I will reimburse.
There's another comment here that said strictly, straight up, just, stop going there, people. It's that simple. Like, you don't need to go then. Take your money, take your business, go somewhere else. But is that really besides the point? That's besides the point, though. I mean, this woman's clearly making a point. And there was another person here on the comment section that said, okay, so you're going to let one business, one business, you're going to blame California for just one business. Again, I'm asking you guys' thoughts on that. And I see people the way, I don't know if they're trying to twist it, or they don't see the whole picture what the other person is seeing, or maybe again it just doesn't affect them and they're not bothered by it. These people in the comments are what I'm talking about. I understand that, bro. That could have happened anywhere, but the world we live in is very sad. What up to Albuquerque? All love, Eric. Appreciate you, my guy. So yeah, well, let me get into my scenario and going back to what I was saying earlier. Today we're at the movies. All right, we just wrapped up, and I had to use the restroom. So I walk into the men's restroom, and as I walk in, I see two little girls. Two little girls. Like, they couldn't have been older than 5. And I'm going, okay, one of their parents have got to be in this stall somewhere. I'm hoping. I hope he's not in the shitter and the door's closed. And then he made the two little girls. First of all, like, I just think about my daughter off top. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter being in that scenario. First off, I wouldn't let my daughter wait there. I don't know, maybe because it was two of them. Watch your sisters. You guys watch each other. I'm going to take a crap. Whatever. Then I looked up and I saw him kind of looking over, talking to them. He was in the stall, whatever. And I'm going, all right. But just for a slight moment, I was like, this makes me feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But these are actual girls. These aren't transgenders. These are little girls. I mean, from what I could see, a little girl when see a little girl. These are two little girls. And I get it. He was probably by himself. Daddy had to use the restroom. I'm not going to leave him outside. I don't know. But then you don't ask somebody that works there, hey, can you watch my kids, or somebody, a stranger? Like, no, at that age, you're going to bring them inside. I get that. He had no other choice, right? But I, as a person coming on to go use the restroom, normally and I see that, uh, yeah, I kind of felt comfortable. Like, shit, man. Like, I don't want to piss right here. I mean, are these girls used to seeing this? I'm like, does he do this everywhere? Like, sure, it doesn't happen all the time, but my point is I felt uncomfortable. I still had to go do what I had to do because the back of my mind, split second, I was like, well, it don't feel right, but at the same token, you're bringing your girls into this scenario, into a men's restroom at the end of the day. See how there's two ways to spin it? So, um, that's just weird. What up, Cholo Trucker? What's going down, big homie? Appreciate you tapping in. What up, in custody streetwear? What's corragalagging? Everybody in the house. Let's see here. Yes, definitely not a place for kids. Also, a business is more scared of LBGTQ community than a regular family. That's I didn't know that. I didn't know that's good to know. I mean, if that's factual, you know what I mean? Again, we're just all this is all speculation. I don't know if that's true or not. If businesses are, maybe so, you know what I mean? Like, but does that make it right? Like, there's two sides, you know what I'm saying? like we know, and I can only speak from experience. Like my age, growing up, I knew where the men's restroom was. I knew where the women's restroom was. And nowadays, bro, we live in a society with not just transgenders, not gays, and LG. Como se dice LBGTQ? I can't even say that right. Forgive me if I mess it wrong. But all bunch of other stuff going on that we got to get used to. It's like times have changed, dramatically. And some people have a big stink about it and they turn into Karens and Kyles, or they just, it doesn't affect people. It doesn't bother me. But I think try being a parent, though. There's where it's like, okay, do you go, okay, if it doesn't bother me, why should it bother my children? Okay. That's where it gets a little, and in this video, again, I'll play for those just tapping in. Clearly she had an issue with it.
Why won't they leave? Why won't they make them leave instead of us?
I will.
Yeah,
We're
I don't get
comfortable
it.
too.
So no women's rights, only trans rights.
I'm saying, why don't you make them leave instead of us?
At this
Yeah.
point in the situation, there was.
So whose situation? Our situation or their situation?
We're a family here. We pay money. Hold on. Where are we at? Angel
Well,
City
she felt
Brewery.
uncomfortable too.
I felt very uncomfortable.
I get it. If I'm walking to your restroom, you're used to the restroom, I walk in there, how do you gonna feel?
We've discussed the same situation. Again, we're not going to come to terms.
So,
It's very
Angel
different.
City Brewery is only about
We're very
trans
different.
rights.
We believe different things.
Angel City Brewery protects trans and not women. Amy. So what are
So again, you see where everything with the argument is here. Obviously, the business doesn't want any issues. They don't want no problems, but they're creating issues by allowing a transgender go use the female's restroom. Let's just say, theoretically speaking, all right, this transgender wasn't really a transgender. Like maybe it was just a man up in clothes and makeup, had his hair done like a hyena. You know what I'm saying? All dressed up like a hyena, walks like a hyena, talks like a hyena, but maybe just he's a perv. And it's okay to have that thought. It's okay to think that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there's just a lot of ways, different things, way to look at this. I don't know. I'm just thinking like somebody else might think. Did you hear about the new military draft that includes women 2025? God bless them. Shit. Send my wife out there. No, I'm playing. Hey, women gonna want to go to battle. Hey, let's go, man. Women allowed to fight for their countries too. I don't see a problem with that. If I'm reading into that right, I don't know. I'm sure there's more to the story, but I don't know, Classy Fool. You have to explain that one. But hell yeah. Women want to rock the cuetes? Handle. But again, I'm going based off of your comment right there. Let's see here. Ancient Relief Halloween. Let's see here. I'll just make my own merch then. Anthony, honestly, that's why places should have men, women, and transgender restrooms. There's a thought. That's but again, you're dealing with the whole committee. You know what I'm saying? A community of people that strongly believe about just equality and but it's hard to accept the quality when you're used to one equality with men and women. Now you've got another, slew of people that want the same equality. I'd be like, shit, give me my own restroom. Man, women, transgender. Okay, shit, yeah. Let me go up in there. I probably be a lot cleaner. You know what I mean? It'd probably be a lot less people. You gotta be worrying about nobody. Just It'll probably be, yeah, less people, VIP. You know what I mean? Like, there's many ways to look at it that way. It's unfortunate. It doesn't seem to be a positive way around it from any point. Born in '70s, we just different. I agree. I agree with you. You know, um, but again, answer me this: is it different for a man who's dressed as a woman, who becomes a transgender, to go into a woman's restroom, all right, with a bunch of women in there, compared to, let's say, a lesbian? You know, there's usually one in every family, especially Latinos. You see them all tatted up, short hair. I'm talking about the ones that look like dudes. You know what I mean? Come into a men's restroom. Do your thoughts change on that? I want to know your answer to that, your response to that. Um, and, and this again, it's the lesbians, it's the gay females that dress like men, and it's probably a big difference there. But I want to see, I want to hear. Let's see here. That lady is slurring her words. She's at a brewery for sure. Probably not thinking. She's just doing this. You could tell the lady is just trying to be very patient, the worker. Because I can imagine what it's like dealing with drunks. I can only imagine working at a bar or restaurant. As a father, I would avoid a place like this. I agree with Anthony. Give them a third option for our restrooms. Um, yeah, this could have happened at a family restaurant though. Going back to what I know you're probably just coming in the room, but it's Anthony said the same thing. But the third option for the restroom, though, you know what I mean? I don't, I doubt that'll ever happen. But hey, who knows? That way, everybody is happy, right? In a happy world. Did you speak up about the little girls in the restroom or kept quiet? My experience today, great question. I didn't say anything. Like I said, there's everyone's different. Again, I looked at it two ways. One, when I saw it, I was alarmed. I saw the two little girls. For those that are just coming in, there was two little girls, like 5-year-old girls, standing there. They were by the sink, but I mean, it's a small. It's a restroom. Had about maybe 6, 7 stalls, stand-up stalls, and it had about three. It's a movie theater, so just put your imagination to that. And they're waiting for their dad. I walked in. I didn't see nobody around. I'm going, shit, I'm about to take a piss right now in front of these two little girls over here standing over here. Yes, I felt uncomfortable. I didn't say nothing to them, of course. And then their dad finally, whatever, zipped up his pants and came over and they were there. I immediately thought like, okay, that was kind of uncomfortable for me, but I was like, all right, as a parent, what is this guy thinking? But I'm thinking as a parent, I'm with my daughter. She's coming with me to the restroom. I'm not letting somebody else. If it's just her and I'm not letting somebody outside, a stranger, watch him. I'd rather bring her in with me. Yeah, and we'll go to the stall. Open the door, close it. Stay here. Daddy's gonna do his thing, whatever. But I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I would have left the two girls there. I would have brought the two. Obviously, they were sisters, cousins, whatever. I don't know. I would have much rather see them in a closed door stall with in there with me. That's your business. You brought your girls in, you bring them in there. You know. But did I say anything? I didn't say anything. I went to the restroom. I kind of it's funny because even just my conscience, I just kind of did this because the girls were, you still had that turn, even though these are stalls and you got the toilet right there, the stand up stall, and you got you're still like this. That's my conscience. But no, I didn't say anything, and maybe I should have, you know. But then again, my first thoughts, like I explained, he had no other choice. So if people that'll or gay women or men, where do they belong? If people that are gay women or men, where do they belong? Oh, that's your question. Good question. I think people should not put that infant in front of our children. I think people should not put that in front of our children. Put what in front of our children? I'm just trying to, because I'll read between the lines here. I don't want to misconstrue any words here. But you got other people like on Gail's comp story here. You know, another lady said, "I fear for my daughter getting a job and this happening to her. Employees shouldn't be subject to this nonsense. I don't agree with this establishment." Clearly, you know what side she's on and thinks about that. Someone responded, she kept her composure despite having to answer for the establishment and not necessarily agreeing with decision. She seemed empathetic and listened each time they interrupted. If she hadn't, I'm certain it would have escalated or at least got more dramatic. I agree. She kept her composure as a worker. I don't know if she's a manager or not, whatever. But I want to know why she was kicking out the couple. See, it doesn't say that. And there's always a before and there's always an after. But I don't know. Maybe they got mouthy, they got loud. Oh hell no! It just kind of made it a little uncomfortable for all the other patrons there. You know what I'm saying? That were at the establishment. But it's a brewery, so I'm sure shit gets loud there often. But who knows? I never been to the specific brewery right there. But or maybe I don't know, but that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I saw this video, I kind of related to it, you know, at the movies today when I went to the restroom, and I just wanted to know your thoughts. So, with that being said, you felt uncomfortable. Did you just go into the stool? No, I didn't go to the stool. I used the stand-up one because it still had those. It still got the side things, Well, some of them do. This establishment did where I was at. So the girls really couldn't see me, but me just, you know, shit. I wasn't gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? Like part of me was like, my family's waiting. Let me get to my situation at the end of the day. But that's why for a split second I was like, you know. Now had somebody walked in there and they were doing something that they weren't supposed to do, inappropriate shit, and their girls were there. But dude, we're just using the restroom like normal people. I would have walked out, but everyone is different. Well, sometimes you gotta go, man. But I get it. That's okay. Uh, let's see here. ODM, the way you said it is the way it should be done. They don't leave them outside because they don't want them kidnapped. The father should kept them close by. I agree. And we're not perfect. There's no manual to parenting. I like to see both sides. I play devil's advocate here and there, and a lot of people think I'm stupid for that. But you got to, you have to. You always got to put yourself in the other person's shoes, whether you see your side on that side or not, depending on what scenario it is. You know what I mean? There's frijoles at the casa. Yeah, give me some queso to go with it. Dos tortillas, homie. Did they cause a scene? I know, that's what I'm wondering. Well, right here, clearly. I mean, when you ask somebody people to leave, I don't think that she's kicking them out because they went and told that the transgender came to the restroom. Maybe they did. We don't know because there's no, conclusion of this video. I have 5 daughters, and if I'm walking into a restroom and there's a person there, not of the female anatomy, they should use the other restroom. Keyword anatomy. Okay, got you. That's fair. The society we are living behind our kids and grandkids is definitely heartbreaking from my point of view. I've heard that a lot. What's up, fools? What's cracking, Cutlass Supreme? Switching gears. Thoughts on Swifty Blue and Compa Raider reuniting? I don't know, bro. Honestly, I got tired of watching this shit. You know what I mean? I got tired of the Raza podcasters beefing, fighting, and it's just at the end of the day, it's all not literally scripted, but come on, fool, it's for the views. If it's not, then why do these fools keep coming back on? You know what I mean? And just real gangsters don't publicize that shit the way I was brought up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it in silent, right? But no, I don't have any thoughts on that. I knew Swifty went away for a while. He was out the scene. Then there was other names that were kind of bubbling, surfacing, were topical, and I don't know. I don't know. I just moved on to other things. What's up? Oh shit, what happened here? What's up? Tapping in from Escondido 760. Salute. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. There's for sure Karens and protected parents. What's up, ODM? Do a reaction with the Heiner reacting to Jahir Sandoval music. I haven't seen that, Jesse. Where can I find that? Yeah, so that being said, that's pretty much it. Other than Justin Timberlake getting arrested for a DWI, which I learned that DWI and DUIs are kind of similar, right? I got a DIP before drinking. Was it drinking in public? No, it was something else. It was down at the beach. It was years ago. And I had never heard of that. I wasn't driving. It's the ticket you get while being intoxicated. Out in public. Was it drinking in public? Is it a DIP? I don't know. Maybe someone could tell me that. But like Justin Timberlake, he got a DWI. Driving while intoxicated. And then the first thing I thought, this fool. He's got an album coming out. Right. That's the first thing I thought. Super chat 20, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that. I know I support difficult conversations, but sometimes it needs attention, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't get involved with politics, religion, any of that stuff. Guys like Gil American Cholo, he's prone to that. He's good at that, those discussions. That's great, man. You want hip hop music, all that shit here. Good vibes, family. And just a great conversation, man, with our guests. Come to the Blackout podcast, and you'll get that most definitely. But it just kind of hit home today with that today. But I know it does definitely raise some eyebrows. But Envious 909, thank you, brother, as always, for that donation. Uh Public intoxication. Yeah, I think that's what I got. I was I was young in the 90s, just kicking it. We had this donut shop. We used to go to Newport Beach. There was a donut shop right there. And it was open 24 hours. So it was like 2 in the morning. I was just hanging out. Cops just out of nowhere just walked up. Maybe I was being belligerent, like these fools in the video, just being dumbass. Excuse me, sir, you been drinking? I'm like, no. Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, I ended up getting a ticket for that. I'm like, I'm not driving though, but that was the first time I learned. But with Justin Timberlake's, I guess the laws are different. Is that true? They call them differently. Like DWI is the same thing as a DUI, but it's just a different state. That's what I was reading on. Whoop whoop. What up, Randy Jean? That's right. Pull up to the next Sunday afternoon, July 21st. If you guys don't know about it, I'll show you about it. So shout outs to everybody that came to our day party on June 9th. The shit was really, really dope. And yeah, it was a turn up for sure, man. We had Roscoe, of course. We performed. We had Roscoe do his thing. I Love Cali. Little Blackie showed up. And we're doing another one. This is at downtown Riverside at Killer Queens. And it was off the hook. We had Frosty chasing Joe, seeing Doe, and CNG pulled up. So it was kind of like, it was dope. It was bridging the gap between, um, the old generation, such as us, and the new generation of rappers. So I think that was really positive. Little One showed up. Play the Ville was there. It was really dope. Dope, dope, dope. So the next one is on July 21st. And that's going to be on a Sunday afternoon. Same thing. So if you guys want to come out, pull up. I got the legendary man himself, Howard Johnson, pulling up. Ooh, so fine. Blow my mind. Let's run that real quick. Howard Johnson, catch him July 21st, performing that. All the OGs, funk, classics. I got my man DJ Pleasures from Oxnard pulling up downtown Riverside. Just follow us on Instagram, LSOB Sunday Party. And you can get your tickets right now at Eventbrite, 21 and over event. It's 3 to 9 p.m. Old school, throwbacks, oldies, freestyle, all of the above. So hopefully you can make it out. What up, O? Finally caught a live, bro. I usually see the podcast the day after. Jose, thanks for pulling up, man. Normally we're live in the evenings, but I just decided to pop on. What's up? It's me, Angie V. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you guys. And that's going to do it for me. I don't want to spend too much time. I'm going to go get some comida right now. I'm hungry. And I think wifey is at her mom's. She took the kids swimming because today is a holiday, Juneteenth. And I got some more orders to fill. Some lighter shade of brown merch as well. So thank you for coming to the Platform Blackout podcast. We'll be back on Monday. I believe we got the homegirl. She's set to pull up. Oh, by the way, real quick. Prayers to Big Temps from the IE. Big Temps is in the hospital right now, and he wasn't doing too well. but I've been keeping on, on text with him. So salute to Temps. He was admitted a few days ago. So just hopefully you're feeling better, my boy. Just get better, and God willing, you'll be out soon. Prayers to my man. And then coming back on Monday, we're looking at the homegirl Diamonique. You might know her as Miss Sancha, right? From San Diego. Dominique, and I, we go way back. I mean, early 2000s. We've done music together. She's done some acting. She's done all kinds of stuff, producing, and now she's into videography as well. So representing for the females on Monday, Diamonique. And I might even get her to, work on a beat too as well. Cause I kind of like that. What do you guys, let me know what you guys think. If you guys like when we play beats, we make beats and we just kind of shoot the shit. Critical's podcast did really well on that. So, but that's it. Saludos, man, to you guys.